So allow your eyes to close and come into the shrine together. And make this shrine exactly as you want it. My shrine is dark and silent and warm. And we're all in it together. And there's plenty of space. And maybe you were sitting in a circle with emptiness, openness in the center. Just imbue the shrine with whatever quality you carry in your longing, in your heart. Whatever you long for, whatever your deepest intention moves towards, make that your shrine. Make it our shrine. We need to weave a shrine together more than ever. I say weave, I guess we would build a shrine, but weave is more gentle. It suggests that it's made out of qualities, not of solid stone or not of matter. It's made out of all our heart qualities. And then just feel the openness that has been imbued with all these qualities together. And then we can surrender ourselves into this shared shrine. We can return ourselves to it. So feel that very simply, very innocently. You return to the shrine by surrendering your experience to it, to the altar, moment by moment. By offering experience, whatever it may be. And in this shrine, there is no knowledge, no conceptual knowledge. There are no labels. There are thoughts, but the thoughts are surrendered as soon as they rise. So it's one of its quality, one of this shrine's qualities is that it's a shrine of not knowing. So the experience is offered without having to know what it is. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, emotions, sense perceptions, all these kind of heavy words, but I have to use them, but let them make way for direct experience. And let direct experience place itself on the altar effortlessly. It's not even a doing. The doer, the offerer, is offered as it arises. Don't keep anything for yourself. Just surrender body, mind, and world unconditionally, moment by moment. And it's easy because in the shrine there is no past or future, there's only this moment and this moment. So nothing needs to hold together. In fact, everything wants to undo itself. It can't wait. It's the nature of this shrine, of this altar, that it undoes, it undoes me, you, us. Let yourself be undone. Feel the resistance and taste the resistance. That's part of being undone. No rush. The real you can never be undone, you see. You know that. I know all of you know that. But we need to be reminded, don't we? Therefore, there's no danger. It's the story me that is being undone. Just for this time together, and then when we step out of the shrine, we can be redone, remade somehow, but maybe with a little less extra stuff. So surrendering everything that arises to the openness, to the silence, to the friendliness, to whatever the quality that most evokes presence, for you. First, the child has to find the arms, the embrace of its mother. And then when it finds the embrace, it has to let go in the embrace, smell the arms, the body, the warm body of the mother, feel the unconditional safety there, and then the letting go happens. So it's the same here in the shrine. And sometimes we have to sit without finding the arms of our mother, without finding the embrace of presence. And that's okay. That's part of somehow it's part of the journey. It's part of the adventure. Sometimes we lose sight of the embracing presence. But then here it is, closer than close. It's a matter of trust, courage, and then at some point it's fine. It's here, it's what I am. It's recognized. And now I am the embracing presence. And experiences come and go in me. And I cherish each one of them equally. Until the moment where once again I am apart from myself, sitting like a lonely child. And that is the play. But maybe at some point we never lose sight of the love or the peace. In the midst of suffering, in the midst of resistance, struggle, we still feel her caress, her hand on our shoulder. And it gives us the courage to live the life fully, to be with what is. Feel your body now. Have you surrendered this body moment by moment? Are you surrendering it moment by moment? Is it possible? And what does it mean? What does Ellen mean, surrender the body moment by moment? It simply means tasting the body, allowing it to be whatever it is directly. In this way, the body undoes itself, returns to presence, and then rises out of presence again and returns and flows and unfolds. That's the nature of a body. So feel your body in this moment. The earth of your body. The light of your body. The life of your body. Don't feel that thinking needs to be a part of this. In fact, it's better if it isn't. See if you can taste and feel the body directly, without any mediation from the mind. Feel the breath of the body. Feel the belly of the body. The tinglings, tension of the body. Taste the tension, the geography of tension of this body. And the mind will want to come in here and say something, but don't let it just taste. Taste the face, the lines, the knots, the eyes. The boulders, the jaw, the heaviness. Say yes to whatever is arising on a tactile level, and as you say yes, it's like you're placing it into the openness, into the presence. The yes saying is the surrendering. And you are the openness. Feel your shoulders, two intensities, right and left. Can you drop them a little bit? Can you drop the shoulders more? Feel that you could drop them down into the elbows, and then you could drop the shoulder elbows into the wrists. But then just go back to feeling. It doesn't matter. When I suggest this, it's like a caressing of the body. It's a reawakening of being with the body for no reason. Or maybe there is a reason, but it's not a reasonable reason. Feel your palms where they touch what they touch. Fingers, fingertips, tops of the hands. Let them touch what they touch and beyond. Feel the space all around the hands is fizzing from the touch. And let the hands really penetrate whatever they are in contact with, really. The arms through the hands penetrating. I am the openness. Letting the body begin to spread inside me. Feel the pelvis. Don't be scared to really feel the body. At first we stay on the edge of the body. We're so used to doing that because we need it to be edged and delineated. So we like to feel its edges so we can be reassured that it's a nice delineated envelope for myself. But I'm inviting us to really penetrate the body in a way. Penetrate the pelvis. Not with your mind, just with your tactile sense. Feel your sits bones where they meet the earth. The weight of the pelvis. The energy of the earth. Your thighs, your hips, your knees. Maybe they're screaming or complaining. But still stay a little longer. Feel that they're surrounded with space, these legs, these hips. Feel your calves, your ankles, your feet, soles of your feet. Surrender them to gravity. Not knowing what that means. Just the feeling. Spread the legs down into the earth. Spread the pelvis open. Feel your sexual area. Let the breath touch the sensation in that part of your body, very alive. Feel your belly. With the breath, what does it do? It does what it does, naturally. It's nature, it's life. Feel your torso, inside the chest, in the heart area, in the throat area. Just you go there like you would go into an area of wilderness. But you're completely okay with the wilderness. You're not afraid, even though you have no idea about what you will find there. You go there because you want to know directly this life. And then you kind of sit there and you let things unfold. You listen, you taste. And you point to the openness all around. And you marry whatever is felt to the openness. Feel your back. What's happening with your back body? Is it tense? Feel the whole length and width of your back. Back of the head, the back of the neck, shoulders, scapula, spine. 2 hands on your shoulders, resting. 1 hand sliding up your spine, very sensual. Touching the back of your neck. Caressing the back of your head, the top of your head. Invisible hands. Feel the space beyond the body and the back. Safe and friendly. And then just, let the body kind of take a risk. It doesn't have to be on duty for the separate self at the moment. Open the back body. Open it to the space behind. Let it go. As if there was an armoire and the back body is an armoire and you open it wide and it spills into the space behind. And make sure that the surrendering of the arms and the legs and the pelvis continues. And then naturally there's a rising up of the spine, perhaps. That would be natural. See if you can hear it. It's like a little flame of sensation rising up. Don't do it. Don't manufacture it. But you could evoke it. You could visualize it first. And then see if you can feel it. Top of the head. Don't try too hard. I do that too. Feel the top of the head open. It's like a channel that flows upwards towards the sky. At the same time, the pelvis roots down, so something happens in between. The arms and the legs, they melt down right and left, and then it's like a kind of taking off of the spine towards the sky as something else descends right and left. You're the openness, so it doesn't matter what happens. It's just an exploration. Make sure the spine is allowed to relax. Yeah. And the face. Shake the face out. Let it come to life. Not as a face, but as a kind of cacophony of sensations. Feel the eyes, the temples, the forehead, the cheeks, the lips, the chin. The jaw, heavy jaw, let it go. The the eyeballs, the nose, the nostrils. Feel lots of little fingers touching the face, 100 little fingers waking the face up. And then unraveling the face, the little fingers, they're pulling things, undoing things, excavating. Feel the tongue inside the mouth, cheeks from the inside, palate, teeth, taste of your own mouth. It's a celebration of sensations, this face. Feel the mystery of the mouth. Temperature, the taste. Texture of the teeth, of the gums. And then off you go to visit inside the ear canals. Feel right that very tender, delicate sensation right at the entrance of the ears. Don't analyze. The mind, of course, always ready to write a report so it can be filed away in the cabinets. Don't let it. Just accompany the thinking outside the shrine, politely. Come back and dive back into the ears. You'll be drawn to other places, no worries. Come back to the ears. Feel the entrance of the ear canal can relax. As if the ears wanted to touch the space all around. And recognize that they are space, that they can fill the space, that they're big, like Jumbo, the elephant ears, big ears. Drop the shoulders don't like this. They're afraid. Are we going to relax completely and have to disappear? Yes. At some point, definitely. So why not start now? Let the space that surrounds the body begin to penetrate wherever it can. Now the body hopefully is a little less of a body. It's more of a kind of flow of dancing sensations with space in between. And even cavities where the space can come in and open channels. And perhaps there are more feelings that are surfacing a little bit more raw. A little bit less defensive, this body. Because it's tasting the friendliness and safety all around. So let whatever feelings would like to peek out even more, let them. I don't live in the body. Say that to yourself in this moment. I don't live in the body. in the limited body. That's just a crystallized, tactile belief. I don't live in the body. The body lives in me. Right this moment. The body lives in my true body. The body is a kind of expression of the true body. The true body is openness. I am openness. And then you let this body, this you body, this little you body, let it dance. Feel the breath. Feel the cool air through the nostrils with the in-breath, the warm air with the out-breath. So simple. Notice how there's always an agenda in the background, wanting to manipulate or change, or boredom, anticipation. These are the gifts of the yoga. Really be very attentive when these friends begin to surface, the resistance. These are the wild animals that live deeper in the forest, that don't readily show up. Let them show up on a tactile level, really. These feelings of boredom or anticipation or agitation or resistance, they are the kind of stuff that the separate self is made of. They never get to be felt, and therefore they never get liberated. And that you never get liberated because you seem to live embedded within them. They don't need to go, they don't need to morph, they just tasted. Yum, yum. And then let's just bring a little movement here. Feel your shoulders moving up towards your ears very slowly, lovingly. Let them rise and rise and rise and rise more. Your lower arms are completely relaxed. Your hands are dropping to the floor. Top of the head caressing the ceiling. And then slowly, slowly smooth. Release the arms. But there's no arms, just a sensation. Smooth, rippling sensation. You taste it. Make sure the breath is free. Completely free. Now open the arms right and left, big arms like two wings unfolding. Weightless. Somebody else, two angels lifting the arms right and left, spreading the fingers, opening the palms, touching the walls, going through the walls with the fingers, big, big wings. Top of the head, kissing the clouds and the pelvis and the legs. They're dangling down into the cave, into the cellar. Empty the shoulders. Drop the jaw. Breath is free. I don't live in the body. The body is expanding in me. Let it expand. And now the arms, these two wings, they're floating up towards the ceiling. You can do it. The angels are lifting them. There's no weight. Palms facing one another, slow. No shoulders. Tips of the fingers pushing the ceiling. Breath still is free, and I still don't live in the body. At the same time, I am the body. I'm alive, I'm pure life. And the torso turns very gently to the left, only a few millimeters. Don't do it, let it happen. Say yes to the heat, to the intensity. Yes, there's resistance, but don't resist the resistance. Yes, there's tension, but let the tension be in pure relaxation all around. Yes, the torso now turns towards the right. Somebody else is doing it, so you can just sit back and enjoy. When the resistance arises like a big heat wave, like really feel it. It's no psychology. You're training for life. Torso back to the center. Slowly. Breath. And then the arms come down right and left very slowly. And as they come down, they trace little circles. Little circles with the arms and the shoulders. Feel the space is doing it for you, and it's a celebration. It's not mechanical. Yes, and then the arms floating all the way down. Take your time. Drop the head forward. Only the head and the neck, nothing else. Heavy head. Let it go. Let everything that wants to go, go. Now roll this big ball of a head, it's heavy, to the left. Very slow, roll it to the left. And pause. Empty the head to the left. Don't live inside the body. It's boring. Drop the right shoulder. And heavy, heavy, like a big bowling ball. The head rolls to the back very slowly. Make sure it's safe, but if you go slow, it should be fine. Place this big bowling ball on the floor, on the mat behind you. Open the throat completely, vulnerable throat. Let it be. Offer the throat. And the ball rolls over to the left side. Nowhere to go, no reason to do this. We're in the shrine of the now. Yes, and then the head floating up to neutral. Feel the mask. Fuzzy mask. Let the mask be fuzzy. Turning the head towards the left side, very slowly. What's happening in the right hip, in the right shoulder. Be the space. Allow yourself to unlocate yourself from behind the eyes. And the head floats towards the right, very, very slow. There is no head, there's just a ripple of life. Feel all those little jerky places. When the body reaches that edge, just stop right at the edge of transparency, don't push. But then feel that the ghost head can continue to turn. You can let your eyes move to the right and let them move and move and move as far as they want. Yes, and then the head comes back. Slow. And then let the torso move innocently. Don't think. Playfully. Feel that there are these currents that know exactly where to push and to pull, and they know, these currents, what feeling wants to take a shape. They know if the arm would like to move out into the space. They know, these currents, how to shape the hands into gestures that mean something. So just trust the process. You just witness it. Include the head, make sure the head is allowed. And listen for some vibrational indication, whatever that means, I'm not sure, but here you can trust this kind of vibrational intuition. And let it Let it shape itself through the body, through the gestures. Feel this is a dance for the shrine, for the altar. You're dancing to the altar. You're being danced for the altar. She's dancing you. So you don't need to understand anything. You just surrender to the dance. Trusting the hands, they are imbued with a certain connection with her. Your fingers. And also the feelings that are carried in the body. There's no right or wrong here, and the eyes are closed, so there's no comparing, there's none of that. It's so intimate. The mind doesn't like this, doesn't know how to do this, and so if the mind's here, resistance, inhibition, you find your way back into the felt sense, into the body. And sometimes that means maybe feeling the inhibition, the resistance, the I don't know how, or I'm cut off, I'm not. Just see if that wants to take a shape. Yes, and also feel the vibrational openness all around, the kind of field. Let that take the movement and charge as well. And the wilderness and innocence that the body loves, let that be here. It doesn't have to be slow and spiritual. It could be fast and wild and unspiritual. I'm kidding. Everything's spiritual or nothing. I don't know. Just feel that we're together in the shrine now, just dancing and expressing. And you might even want to stand up if you like. It's that your hair, your skin, your tactile sensual being really come out. Yes. Trusting touch and sounds. We're all in our little squares. We can make as much noise as we want, maybe. You might want to move the face and make sounds with your lips and shake. Yeah. Feel the natural world, I want to say. I don't know what I want to say exactly. Something about nature, natural. The air, the earth, the flow. And then gently let the movement resorb itself, come back to this naturalness that is our true body. Finding stillness again, but it's a stillness that maybe hopefully is imbued with an innocence and openness. Feel the breath, the very innocent breath. See if you can let it really be innocent, meaning no manipulating of the breath. Every in-breath arising fresh. Doesn't mean that the breath doesn't shine a light on tension or fear, or the breath is usually a place where lots of feelings are crystallized. So again, that willingness to say yes, to taste, and then coming back to the innocent breathing. Feel the breath is like a swing, a child's swing. You just sit on the swing. You don't have to push it. And very gradually the swing is swinging less and less. Very quiet breath now. Almost invisible. You're the open space. Just the murmur of the breath, effortless. Yes, and then don't do anything. Simply abiding as this open shrine.